Hello, everyone. Hello. I haven't unmuted Tom yet because the second I unmute him, he's going to make the fart noises. Here we go. He won't do it now, just this. Oh. I thought you were winding me up going quiet, but apparently it disconnected.
You've broken the internet.
Oh. Reconnection successful, but is everybody still there, or has that broken the stream?
Good question. Looks like it's still working.
Okay, can anybody hear us? Hey, Jen. Hey, Lucy, Deb, Wendy. Oh, Karen's there. Love you, everybody. Oh, good, you can still hear us. It disconnected for a minute there just as I was unmuting us, so I'm sure that's just a coincidence. And then I couldn't hear anything, and I thought Tom was winding me up because I said he would make the fart noises as soon as I unmuted him. But actually gone quiet because I'd broken the internet and disconnected everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to get to chat here so I can see that. Oh, see? It's not funny. hey, baby.
It's a bit low, isn't it?
It's morning there. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here, and it's a nice bright looking day, although I'm freezing and I'm sitting here with a crocheted rug over my knees. Right. Well, it's time. I'm gonna reveal my visage. If I can find the right thing.
No, I'll turn it back off.
Hello. It's not funny. Carol, don't encourage him. Smell-o-vision. Thank you, Renee.
It wasn't even me pressing a button, it's just her. There's a reason she's called Arty Farty Annie.
Oh, look, I'm missing chat already. Hey, Maria. I think I said hello to a few people as well while we were waiting to actually go live proper. It's a bit weird today because I've like popped back. I'm staying a few days away from home, and I've popped back. So it's all a bit strange. Yes, behave, Thomas.
I will not.
Yeah. So I'm really chilly. I've got my crochet blanket and everything. So what's everybody else going to be doing this afternoon? I have got a WIP, a work in progress, to be working on. Hopefully finishing.
I'm going to be annoying a small relative.
You should have finished doing that by now because you started when you were first born.
Yeah.
I've got my... actually, I could just show this for you, couldn't I? I've got my air drying clay. Dishes are now finally dry, so I can paint them. These are the ones I did with the Craftiosity box. This is the actual project. Susan. Hey, Susan. This is the actual project, but I adapted it a bit to make a spout because my idea is I thought I could put beads in there. Oh, believe it or not, I actually haven't got any beads handy at the moment. Can you believe that? Wait a minute, there must be something here. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I don't believe that you don't have beads.
This is mixing two of those boxes I was opening together. So this is from the Craftiosity box. This is from the Cozy Craft Club box. But it was beadology that actually made the box. It's all a bit, yeah. But my plan was, what I'm hoping, I could test this now, couldn't I? Let's do this. What I'm hoping is that I can put the beads in here, you know, easily get to them because it's nice big, but they won't roll off because of the lip. And then when I want to put them back in the bag again, I've got this spout. This is the first time I've actually tried this to see if it'll work. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Well chuffed with myself. But they took so blimmin' long to dry. It said something about 48 hours to dry the little bit and then another 24 hours. I left it for 3-4 days and it still wasn't. When I left the other day it still wasn't fully dry, but it is now. I've come back today so I can finally do the painting. Oh, Carol, is that a chronic thing, your back situation, or have you had an injury? That's awful when you're back. I'll get occasionally something goes and it's immobilising for a few days.
Yeah.
Don't even know what it is really. Christmas blanket. I've got, this is my It's a bit old and manky now. This is a crochet along I did. Oh, hang on. A while back. It's been very well used, this. Especially since we decided to not put the heating on during the day if we could possibly help it, and put jumper on or put a rug over our knees instead, like a couple of old people. Smarty pants. Oh.
It reminds me of that wooden carved leaf thing.
Of the what?
The wooden carved leaf thing that you did.
Oh yeah, I've still got that somewhere with a caterpillar on it. Yeah, yes, I saw that the other day. It's a similar shape, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lucy's doing sewing like the Maggie Morris piece. Yeah, they're beautiful, those. Maggie Morris is such an inspiration for that kind of sewing. I have got more of her pieces to give away in future lives as well. I thought, well, I'm not going to do them all at once. We'll leak them out over a few. She's so generous. She gave me quite a few. Maria stitches squares and tags for the swap. I've seen some of yours coming up on the Facebook group, Maria. Sue is prepping stuff for the brownies, all for the Christmas fair. What else have I missed? Oh, Snoppy's been painting a ceiling. That's blooming hard work. I always find now, because you have to put anything where you have to put your head. I'm going to hold my anything where you have to put your head back like that. I go dizzy now. There's something. It feels like something pinches or something. And I go all weird in the head, don't I, Tom? The room starts spinning.
She does, yeah.
Hey, Sue. That's Granny Sue. I was thinking about all of our Sues the other day, trying to count up how many Sues we've got in our head. So there's Granny Sue, there's Susan Hartfelt, there's Susie Q, there's 00 Sue, there's Magpie Sue, Susan, who's is Susika in Discord. Isn't it funny how Sue is such a... Oh, this coffee's nice. It's really hot.
I mean, I don't want to make any implications about age ranges in our community, but obviously at some point it was a very popular name.
Yeah.
And all these very young people in
yes,
chat.
That's what it is. I think I might have to use masking tape here.
Obviously people were naming their babies Sue like 16 to 20 years ago. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah. I think I'm going to do this more or less like they did in the in this picture. Not quite sure how well I'm going to get on with the splattering without splattering it all over myself. Let the paint dry completely, then apply a second coat. Well, that's not happening today, so maybe I won't actually finish this today, but...
Yeah, Carol, I've got to be careful. I'm outnumbered by Sue's. So.
Yes. I haven't done a very good job of that, have I?
No, that's terrible. It's not going to work.
Wendy's crocheting. Oh, hang on, I've got a thing over it. Well, I've got an arrow over that, so I can't see it.
Because you're not at the bottom of the chat, you're missing the latest stuff. If you click the arrow, it'll scroll you.
Oh, yeah, I just didn't want to miss anything, so I scrolled up and then I forgot to scroll back down. There's another Susan. Going where? Where's Maria going? That I've missed. Hey, Kerry! And Sylvia. I missed a couple of people there. And Amy. Ah, yeah, Amy said earlier on she was hoping to be able to get her chores done so that...
Yeah.
Get her daily tasks done, I think she said, so that she could join us. It's a bit of an awkward time.
You need to make sure you scroll that chat back to the bottom.
Oh, yes, I do. Tom can actually see my screen. I'm sharing my screen in Discord with him. By the way, talking about Discord,
Yes, I put a link to the live stream follow along earlier.
Yes, if you're in a Discord, there's a live stream follow along, so you can easily share pictures of what you're doing in there. If you're not, you could click on that link anyway, and then it'll take you to join Discord if you'd like to. But if you're in
there's already a couple of things posted in there.
Well, I'll have a look a second. Yes, we've set up a new thing, so I can share my Discord. So I'm going to go into the Discord live stream follow along room now, and I'll be able to show you what I'm looking at. Hopefully, if this works. Hey! Oh, but I'm too. Oh, hang on.
You're in the wrong room.
I'm in the wrong room.
Good job.
Let's go back here. It's a good job I wasn't looking at a private message or something.
Yeah.
I can't find live stream follow along. There it is.
It is.
Okay. Ooh, it looks lovely. Ooh, look at that. Look at the peg. I'll show you in a second. Right, wait a minute. Right, of course I'm trying to scroll now. It's not going to let me scroll, is it? I'll have to actually scroll in Discord. Right, okay, I've got to go
to
back.
Trust that people can still see.
Yeah. Well, you can see, can't you? So so this is today's, isn't it? That is ingenious, Sue. Reindeer made from clothes pegs for the brownies to put noses and eyes on tonight. I love that. What a clever idea. Oh. And there's Wendy's blocks. Oh, they're really pretty. Gift at Christmas, blanket, crochet along. What where did you find that? Is that a particular, is it one of the wool company ones, Wendy, or a particular website? There are different places. I did this blanket that I've got on my lap was a crochet along, and it was the I forgot the name of the wool company that did it now, but I cheated and bought cheaper wool from a different company, but still followed the crochet along because it was all free, which is quite nice. I think I used some of their colours because I couldn't find an equivalent, but mostly I used cheaper wool. Oh, that looks interesting. Sylvia, what are you up to? I'm going to have to open it. See, if you're in Discord and you see a limit and it's not big enough, you can click on it to open it up.
You can. And
then actually, if you click on open in browser, you can get it really, really big and really zoom in and have a good look. I love that design. So is that machine
Jackie.
quilting on there? Hi, Jackie. Which Jackie is it? We've got several Jackies as well, haven't we? And several Debs and Deborahs and Debbies as well. Because we had two Deborahs the other day and I didn't know which was which. So one of them has now changed. That's really I love those different kinds of green prints, Sylvia, for the leaves. That looks really good. Oh, look what Lucy's doing. So this is the Maggie Morris type. That is beautiful. It's very I can see where you've taken your inspiration from that piece by Maggie. So that's like the piece by Maggie that Maggie made for me. Hang on, I'm going to get it now so I can show everybody that didn't see it. Oh, how room wobbles when I walk across it. Okay, so this is the scroll that Maggie made me. Oh, hang on. No, I'll have to come back out of here.
It's the one and only
just finished
Jackie,
looking here.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, the one and there is only one of those. Oh, I love that. Is that a Janie Crow pattern, Snoppy? I love the mixture of. I love like the denim-y blue colours with the bright coloured flowers against it. That's really striking. Looks like a fairly complicated pattern, but I like a complicated crochet pattern to get into. Look, and I see some more seagulls, look. Crochet seagulls. Hey, Susan.
Hi, Jenny.
So we've got a Jen and a Jenny. That's another quite fairly... Got a few Jens and Jennies, I think. Oh, look at the little turtles. I love those. Right, I'm coming back to here now. Wait a minute.
You missed all
work out how to do it. Now I'm going to have to scroll up the chat again.
Bigger. Get the line just above the words audio mixer and drag that down as well.
Oh, you're making me do complicated stuff now.
Yeah.
Merhaba, Julia. I'm just checking. There's Jan. I missed Jan. I'm checking. I haven't missed anybody else. Hi, Jan. I think I've said hello to everybody. I'm going to start painting now. So
Did you say hello to Sally?
Oh, hang on. Oh, did I miss Sally? No, I said hello to Sally before we even went live. She was the early bird. Julia was the first. But I'm going to go back to this now so I can show you. So this is where Lucy was saying this is where she's taken inspiration. You can very much see where she's been inspired by this.
Yeah.
I love that. It's funny, isn't it? Like Maggie was inspired by my Millefiori project and ended up doing this, and I've in turn have been inspired by this and want to do something like this now. So it goes round and round, and we keep on. Yeah. Right, let's put this right out of the way of all the paint and stuff.
You guys are like AI, stealing from each other.
Inspiring each other. It's beautiful. Maggie's work is just amazing. Very distinctive style she has as well. She sent me some gorgeous threads now and given me some fabrics that she's used to stitch into. So that's going to be a nice little winter project. Probably one that I'll do quite a lot on these lives. Just stitching into those lovely fabrics. And I did find, I don't know if anybody here saw it, but I did find, well, I know some of you did, some cheap versions of the, have I got it handy, of the number 8 pearl A thread that like Maggie uses for those, which I got from AliExpress, and it was like less than £3 for a box of 12. I can't believe what have I done? Here we go.
Here we go. It's got to reach high up to the second shelf.
One of the things about having a small craft room is that pretty much everything is in within, I don't have to go far to reach anything. So this was just under £3 for the box, including postage, and it got to me within a week. Nicely packaged, look. And these are the pearl A threads. And I compared them directly to the gorgeous ones that Maggie had sent me, and yes, they don't quite have the same kind of luster to them, the same fit, but actually being so much cheaper, because you would pay that for one of these in the proper brands. I'm gonna get one now, hang on. So I might go in and get some more, because you do lots of different colour sets. So this is like a proper one. You can see there is kind of more of a sheen to it, and it does feel a little bit nicer. But is it really so different? You know? See what I mean? It's just like... Yeah. I mean, it says things on it. These say things on them like double gassed and mercerised and things, and I don't even know what that means. But I know mercerised is something you want when you're crocheting with it or something as well. I can't remember what it means. Does anybody know? Maggie Morris, Deb, she doesn't have like a YouTube channel or anything. She is in our Facebook group and shares quite a bit on there. No, exactly, Amy. If you want to build up like a good stash of colours, you could. I had told myself I would treat myself to like a couple of those Perle colours in the Anchor and the better brands, bit by bit, and just gradually build up a stash. And I was very grateful that Maggie sent me those. So kind of her to do that. But I thought, well, I'll see what these cheapy ones are like to get a good range of colours, you know. And yeah, nice hot coffee. Yeah, it's lovely on a day like this. So yeah, she shares quite a bit of her work in our Facebook group, Deb, and if I'm sure you're probably already in that, but if not, it's in the link tree, which is in the description box. She's not on Discord. I don't think she does Instagram or anything. I know she belongs to some other like small Facebook groups and things where they do like challenges together and stuff, but they're not all like open groups that you can go and look at. That's just, it was a one-off, Sylvia, that I bought from AliExpress. You do need to be careful though, because I went to order another one with it which looked like the same price, and when I put it on, it suddenly was more money. So you've got to watch it, because some of them will say free delivery, and then you realise, oh, it's only free delivery if it's over £8 worth. They also add tax on it, so you do need to be careful. But that worked out £2.97 altogether. That was free postage and everything, and I didn't have to wait weeks. Oh look, so Sue is saying mercerise is a process where cotton is treated with acid to make it shiny. I think be careful if you usually lick your threads, as I've had cheapo Chinese threads taste like battery acid. Do you know, Sue, I noticed that I was using a different thread, some cheapo stranded cotton that I've got actually, I was using last night. And I did like you do to thread the needle. I thought, ooh, that tastes a bit sour. Why does that taste a bit sour? Oh my God, I've been licking battery acid. Hey, Churn-Helen. Nope, you were wrong. Mercerising is the burning process to make the thread smoother. But that would kind of fit where, like Sue was saying, to make it shiny. You might be both.
Yeah, it's not
it's
burning,
the same purpose, isn't it? It's.
I think they use sodium hydroxide.
AliExpress, so it's spelled ALI, Sylvia. It's one of these. It's like Temu, really. I did, but it was around long before Temu was. I used to buy stuff from AliExpress, stamps and things, years ago. Then I started to become concerned about the fact that they were kind of stealing the stamp designs. And I thought, I'm not quite comfortable with that. So certainly not to like put on YouTube or anything. You do get some real bargains. Sometimes you have to wait a little while. There's a little bit of a, is it right to be buying cheapo stuff from China? But then when you look around and you buy stuff from some of the suppliers in this country, you look on the back, it's made in China anyway. All you're doing is paying extra to the middleman to get it. And I think, well... Yeah,
you're just buying it from the factory that they buy it from, and they're putting like a 2,000% markup on it. Yeah,
so it's kind of a tricky one, isn't it? I don't buy things like, I wouldn't buy things where the main purpose of it was the artwork or the stamp design, because I feel that's kind of stealing design from someone. But if it's something like that cotton, that Perle cotton thread, I feel okay about it. I think that's different because they're making it. I'm just buying it direct from them, rather than a middleman buying it from, or woman buying it from them and then charging me more money. Yeah, I think you can. I think there's a search box. You could probably search Maggie Morris and see what she's. I've certainly shared pictures of Maggie Morris's stuff. I've got some here. Would you like a quick look? I'm always happy to get more Maggie Morris stuff out. I'll do something in a minute. I will. I'm trying to be careful now not to muddle up the pieces that Maggie's specifically given me before with ones that she's given me to give away at future live streams. So this is one very different. The camera's kind of overdoing that, but so you can't see it very well. But yeah, she's got such a way with colour and pattern and texture. You know, she uses these Perle threads, so it does get, they're bolder and they're more textury, aren't they? Which is why I was after getting some. And I mentioned it to her, and she very kindly sent me that box full, which she said was like colours that she wasn't going to use or she'd already got some of. But yeah, and then look at these two huge pieces. So she's given me, she works with this one. Sometimes she collages fabrics together and then stitches into them. But this one, she's used this fabric and she's given me a piece of this fabric to try. So I'm itching to have a go at this. So this is the fabric. Trying to find the one that... so you can see what she does. So this is after it's been magnified. Here we go, yeah. And this is before it's been magnified, so yeah. But yeah, often she collages different fabric, scraps of fabric together herself rather than using a... I was blown away when she gave me these and said, and these will be given away at a future date. I just didn't want to do them all at once. I'm not doing giveaways on these Wednesday ones. I'm saving them for the arty-farty party nights. Yeah. David Beckham is AliExpress Global Brand Ambassador. Really?
Mm.
I've just realised, have I put that too far up that end?
Yep, throw the whole thing in the bin. It's ruined.
I think I have, I think I'm going to... yeah, so AliExpress is brilliant for certain things, and some of the opening kind of videos I've seen people do where they've had art supplies and stuff from them as well. They can be really good. You just have to be a little bit careful what you know, certain things I wouldn't buy from them. I wouldn't buy anything electrical from them. I don't think I'd feel very...
some electrical things from them.
You have?
Yeah.
Like what?
I think I got my oscilloscope from them, actually.
Well, right, yeah.
And that's fine.
I suppose if it's
Weirdly
not
enough, no import fees to pay on it, because electronics measuring equipment is exempt for some reason.
And under a certain amount,
it was expensive.
I used to, because one thing I did buy from them a lot was those miniature scene room box things. And under a certain amount, there wasn't a problem about custom duties. I can't remember what the amount was now. But again, that's something...
Yeah.
Because I used to buy those miniature room boxes for between £10 and £15. And I was really happy with that. I never paid any duties or anything on them. And then I decided to splash out on the... was a caravan one, to make a whole caravan and all the lovely cute little inside vintage caravan thing. I loved it. Really enjoyed doing it. And it was something like 30 quid, which was a bit of a splurge, but it actually, because it was over that, whatever that cut-off point is, I did end up having to pay duty on it, and it ended up costing me all but 50 quid, which was more than I would have spent. So you do have to be a little bit careful, but... Yeah. It's kind of, it's very similar to Temu, Sylvia. It's been around longer. Hey, that little hat. Yeah. I use Amazon a lot. I feel slightly torn about Amazon because, stuff about them not paying taxes and stuff.
Yeah, it's the same thing these days with Amazon. Since they started that marketplace thing, again, half the stuff you buy is coming from
China
same
or
people
from...
as on AliExpress and so on. Yeah.
They're just... Amazon is so good at the delivery logistics, and they're good at customer care. If something goes wrong, they'll sort it out, which is reassuring, isn't it? You know, I better not put that in there because John will go and empty that bin and get that all over himself.
And to be fair, the one time I bought something from AliExpress and it was wrong, the person I contacted just sent out a replacement immediately.
You just said
no questions asked.
From AliExpress then, I think.
I did, yes.
Did you mean Amazon?
No, I meant AliExpress.
Really? Oh, that's interesting to know. Oh, that is reassuring then.
It was a beard comb thing.
Yeah.
Made from bone or whatever it was, I don't remember. But it had kind of split at the end. So it just grabbed all my beard hairs and pulled them out instead of
my
combing.
God.
I told them about it and they sent out a replacement immediately.
I know Jackie
helpful.
has returned stuff to Temu, and they've been quite helpful, haven't they, Jackie? Not returned stuff, they've said not to bother returning, and they've just sent you out a new one, haven't they? Or a replacement or whatever, or credited. Or
Yeah, it's usually not worth it to them to have the thing.
Yeah.
Unless it's like hundreds
really
of pounds worth of
expensive,
equipment.
yeah.
It's like, it's cheaper for them to send a new one, which, it's not great for the environment, but
No.
yeah.
Wondering how good this is going to be for coverage. It's a nice colour, this. It's called cold grey. But it's, to me, I don't know what it's going to look like on camera. Yeah, it's pretty much like it looks on camera. It's very much blue.
Mm.
It's almost like a denim-y blue. It's really nice. But I wouldn't call it cold grey. I wouldn't even call it warm grey.
Yeah.
Really hoping that's not going under the masking tape. But we shall see. It's a bit of a stupid small brush, but...
Yeah. Should use the trick where you use, like, I don't know, some clear Mod Podge or something along the line to form a seal on the tape.
Too late now.
Because then if it does seep under there, it's clear and it doesn't matter.
You're a very clever boy.
Yeah. That I am. Also big and funny.
I think, like Sue says, buying bits and bobs like, keep it to, not too big of a spend. Buttons and charms and sequins are good. Yeah, they're good for things like stencils and paper. I've seen people get really good paper from them. I once got what they called a bundle of fat quarters. They were not fat quarters. They weren't even fat eights. But and they were quite thin and not great quality, but because what I wanted them for was miniatures, it was good that they were really thin, because that hangs better for miniatures. You don't want a thick fabric for a miniature. And it did give me it was like 100 pieces of different cotton prints, and I didn't pay more than £5 for it. So I didn't actually expect 100 fat quarters for that, obviously, but it's annoying when they call it a fat quarter and probably don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I would just always, I'd never get anything very expensive from them. I just wouldn't kind of trust it. Interesting that you say that you did get a replacement sent out.
Yeah.
Easily. That's good. How did you have to contact them? Was there a chat box thing?
It was a message system.
Right.
Obviously, it depends on the supplier. You're just talking directly to
Of course, yes, because you're not.
But,
it's not one company, really, is it? It's.
Yeah. I'd like that Sylvia couldn't keep a straight face while saying that I got my brains from you.
Sylvia. You're not big, clever or funny either.
Are there good craft boxes in the US? That's a good question.
Yes, I would love to try out some craft boxes in the US as well. But I think one of my US YouTuber friends is going to have to test those out. I can't imagine any of those companies would want to send me a box to try out, would they? It was fun trying all those boxes out. It was a bit of a push trying to get them all, opening them all, and it wasn't so bad. But actually getting all the crafts done was a bit of a tall order. And I thought, well, I've promised them all I'll get them out within a couple of weeks, so I'm going to have to do it. But,
I love how it started off. There's going to be 5 boxes, 6 boxes, 7
boxes. Well, that's only because one of them sent me 2 boxes, because they do 2 different ones. I don't want to show them both. And then another one came on board that I thought just hadn't responded, but in fact I'd lost their email in my junk mail, so that was a bit annoying. It was good fun though.
It's a good question, Sally. I have no idea how you'd find good craft boxes in the US?
Well, I
If
just
we've got anyone in here who does know.
to find the ones in the UK, I just typed in UK craft subscription boxes, and just had a look at what came up.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was easy. It was easy to find them. There were more than I expected. I contacted about... How many did I contact? 10 or 11? So I was quite surprised that many of them came back and said, yeah, we'll send you a box. You know. And I wanted it to be... I wanted to do all kind of different ones. You know, I don't think I'd have wanted to do... 7 boxes that all do kind of pretty much the same thing. I wanted it to be a good variety, which is what I got, actually. It worked out quite well.
Sure did.
But it's like ever since I was a kid, these kind of thick boxes like this, those, where you used to get kind of, we wouldn't have called them kit boxes in those days, but those were the kind of presents I loved, were the ones that had arts and crafts in them. That was always my favourite kind of present. Closely followed by books, probably. I wasn't ever interested in things like clothes or... What else would kids want? Music. We didn't have things like video games then, of course. I always quite liked board games. I'm doing a second coat now before this is fully dried because I can.
Fair enough.
Because I'm going to have to leave this then for a few. And I want to be able to come back and take a picture of it when I come back on Saturday. Did we put the Discord link up? Oh yes, you said you did.
Yeah, I can do it again. Is there anything?
It's quite nice. Quite often we find, like, during a live stream, a couple extra people join the Discord quite often, don't they? Or sometimes more than a couple.
Yeah. Just
it's showing up how not smooth that is, but never mind.
Might smooth as it dries. It won't.
It won't.
Just saw your cake in the Discord, so yes, that definitely counts.
Oh, I need to have a look. Shall we share that with everybody? Hang on. Discord peek. Oh! Yes, that counts. What's it count for?
Counts for something that needs to be sent to me.
Yeah, well, that looks like what's better mouthwater.
Jackie's.
Oh, hang on. I'm going to have to go to Discord to scroll up, aren't I now?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Does that mean it's a rug for your new kittens, Jackie?
Or is it made from the bodies of the kittens?
For the kittens to play with and sit on. Oh, I love those splashes of colour. Beautiful. Oh, what's that? Dragon's egg, it looks like. Made on a 3D printer. Oh. So that's the dragon and the egg. I'm going to have to open that up big in it.
Looks like you're studying it very closely in the background there.
I am studying it. Oh, yes, it does. I've got my concentrating face on. You caught me at a lovely face there. I look very much like my mother. It's definitely one of her expressions.
Yeah.
That the dragon pot actually looks like it could have been made out of sort of folded kind of silk fabric or something. Folded silk dupion or something.
I think that's probably a silk PLA they've used.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Ah. How cute.
Because it has a sort of silky-like appearance.
Yeah.
It's much more brittle than normal PLA, but sort of shinier and looks really nice.
I wish I had some
cake. In the cake. What?
I wish I had some cake.
You could have some cake.
Jackie's just noticed what you said, look.
Yeah. Have you just noticed that you haven't switched away from the Discord view yet?
Oh, no. There we go.
That's better.
Well, I can't do the back until obviously the front's dried, but that's not the important bit, is it? I quite like the idea that they're doing these lives is going to make me get out an unfinished project and blimmin' well finish it.
I didn't know it was possible to finish projects. Never managed it myself.
You've never done it, have you? No.
Yeah.
You're my biggest UFO.
Yeah. Also funniest and cleverest.
Both my UFOs in the vicinity at the moment, because my other son's here as well before he goes back off to Portugal or wherever he decides to go next.
Fun.
I'm currently staying with him in an Airbnb, not all that far away. It's a bit surreal coming back just to do this and then going off again.
Yeah.
Of course, I've set up a portable craft room over there. I should have taken some photos. You guys would love the place that I'm staying. It's all it's an Airbnb. It's just an upstairs flat. It's got so it's got one bedroom and a sitting room, but the sitting room's got like a day bed you can pull out, so that's my bed. Very comfortable. And it's it's got loads of Frida Kahlo paintings and stuff, and then loads of other artwork as well. But the bed that I'm on is covered with Frida Kahlo inspired cushions and things, and there's just all this. There's like a huge ceramic torso just behind the telly, and there's loads of fabulous glassware and really quirky furniture that's been kind of upcycled, and so it's lovely. It's really lovely. Oh, the dragon folds up and sits in the egg. Oh, yes, please, send another picture. Jenny made an Advent slow stitch package for a friend. Oh, what a lovely idea. I've got a box, which my stepdaughter gave me. She does body shop. And she got herself I don't know if it's last year or the year before, their advent calendar. So you get this huge great box like this, and inside are lots of little boxes that all fit in. And she said, she gave me the empty box afterwards and said, I thought you'd find a use for it. And I said, oh yeah. And I had it in my head because I've got a friend who I think would appreciate it, that I would do for her for Christmas. I'd put a little crafty thing in each of these boxes, or a little treat or whatever. But and I was going to do that this year. But actually, with so much I've had going on, I haven't been able to get to it, so save that for next year. But that's a lovely idea.
Yeah.
No, I'm not too far away, Sylvia. It seems weird, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, Timo have the dragons. And AliExpress. Oh, I've got to have a look. Susan's doing a crochet advent. I was quite tempted. I didn't do it in the end. But you just put I love Friday Carlo. I know you mean Frida, Jan.
It's close.
That would be a lovely name for a cat, wouldn't it? Friday Carlo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very tempted by the Maker's advent calendar. And somebody said, now who was it telling me? Is it someone who's there? I'll know the name as soon as I think of it, and it's gone out my head. But anyway, I just noticed she left a comment this morning to say she'd got the advent calendar. So I'm hoping she'll share some photos. I decided against it in the end because I thought I'm just so snowed under. I haven't got time to use stuff anyway, and I just talked myself out of it. Oh, why did you do that? Why did you have to touch it? Oh.
Why did you do that?
I don't know, because it looked almost like it might be dry, which clearly it couldn't possibly be.
Yeah.
See, that looks like it could be dry, but just with that sheen on it that you get with.
I thought there was some way you could have known how recently you'd painted it or something.
I need to put that to one side. Now with this one, I'm kind of thinking I might just paint the outside, leaving the inside white. What do you reckon? I could even paint a pink paint that heart pink. No, that's to be too... Ew, no, I don't want to do that. And this one, I wish now, I was saying to Tom before we went live, I sent him, I wish I'd thought of it at the time. I would have done a cut, I would have cut this in half and done like a fake kind of lace made out of, stitch, a big stitch it together kind of effect. Broken heart, visibly mended heart. But I didn't think of it in time, so I just divide this heart down the middle and do one half blue and the other half the black splashes? Or do I do something completely different?
Yes.
I could do it just black and white stripes or something. If I could come up with 2 choices or 3 choices, I could do a poll, because I learned how to do a poll last time, didn't I?
You could, yeah.
I don't think I want to paint it all blue. Or, if this is going to be blue with black splashes, this could be black with blue splashes. Oh, look what I've just done. Just put my hand down in this thing.
Well, at least you didn't proceed to put messy
and
fingerprints
I've got it all
something.
over. No, I did. That's because I put it out the way, because I thought if I put it in the bin, John's going to end up grabbing that out later.
Yeah, but shame someone to make a mess with it.
Oh, for goodness sake. That's not going to want to come off now, is it?
Well, not a chance, no, not with a porous surface like that.
Oh, maybe.
Apparently you're a smurf.
I am now.
I'll stop chuckling when she stops doing silly things that are funny.
Well, I might have to end up painting it over white later on. That bit. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm glad I put Maggie's scroll out the way.
Did you just touch the small bowl against the wet paint on the edge of the thing there as well?
No.
No, shut up.
I'm not rubbing anything. And I knocked a bottle over, but it's fine. It bounced back. Okay, everything's fine.
Oh dear.
Renee, you're not big, clever or funny either. Smaller monochrome hearts. What, in this one, put a blue one and a black one? Like doing like concentric hearts going one inside the other. Dragon and the egg cost £10, which was too bad. No. Biodegradable plastic. So it's like we were talking about to that lady that objected to my using the circles that Tom 3D printed. Yeah. It's biodegradable plastic and they're not single use. So plastic isn't always the enemy. It just depends on how we use it, what we do with it. And I know, Carol. So smaller. So I can either do kind of concentric hearts, one inside the other. I could do a blue and a black one, so it look almost like a heart-shaped target. Or I could do it across like that and do the splatter thing. I do quite like the idea of the one a smaller heart inside. That would kind of fit with that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, poll. Let's do a poll.
Groovy.
I'm going to say half and half is if I do kind of a similar idea to this. So I have black splatters on one side and blue on the other. Or the other one I'm going to say is concentric. So it'd be concentric hearts. So I'll have a small heart in the middle and then maybe another heart there. So that's I'm going to try and start a poll. Wait a minute. I can do this. I can do this.
She is trying. Very, very trying.
Start a poll. So ask a question. So it can be so I'm going to put concentric can't spell it, concentric. That's the one height inside the other, or half and half. Half and half. And you can choose for me.
Yes, Susan, it does mean it'll disappear over time, quite a long time, in specific conditions. So it's not like it'll break down just in the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, compared to normal plastic, if you will.
Concentric, 100%. Does that mean only one person has voted?
Yeah. No, 5 votes. 8 votes. It doesn't know. Some votes.
Yeah, it is. It's all forget it now. Oh. These days I've already forgetted what I had for breakfast by lunchtime.
Yeah.
Or I've just forgetted to have breakfast at all. Right, this one I think I'm definitely going to paint just the outside and try and leave the inside white. Or do I paint the... Oh, now. Outside or inside? Another poll. Oh, concentric is down to 74 now. Give it a couple more minutes. Yeah, see, so then with this, I could leave... No, I'm going to paint the outside because the outside isn't very good. I think the paint will kind of help to disguise that. Oh, look, I've also managed to stick a piece of something on there.
Oh, nice. That adds texture.
Bit of fibre. In the old days, it would have been cat's hairs on there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to, while I'm painting this, I'll leave the pole going. This way I can blame you guys if it all goes horribly wrong.
Talking of don't put it in the window, yeah, that 3D printed dragon thing, do keep it away from high temperature. Cause,
will it?
PLA will... I mean, if you put it in a car on a sunny day, it will soften and
worth knowing.
begin to melt. Yeah. It starts drooping at around 60 degrees centigrade.
Well, that's going to put people off 3D printed things, isn't it? Because...
I mean, 60 degrees centigrade is...
That's pretty hot, I suppose.
Avoidable.
Yeah.
That's the glass transition temperature of PLA.
Nerd.
Yeah.
I've gone all absorbed now. You can tell because I go quiet, don't I?
Yes, Cindy says, I can hear you, I can't see you.
Oh.
Should be able to see you.
Cindy, have you just joined? You might need to scroll... Get your scroll bar right to the end. You might be watching an earlier... If she is, though, she won't hear me saying that, will she?
True.
Can you type something in for her, Tom? For Cindy?
Yeah.
And just say, make sure you're scrolled up to the present time, or whatever. Because that happened to someone last time, didn't it?
Yeah, at the start people can hear and not see.
Yeah, she might just be watching the beginning. Scroll to the end, Cindy. Oh, I've just gone over that now. Oh, poop. That's not what you wanted to do.
And yes, Carol, it's 60 degrees is very easy to avoid in this country.
Yes. It's basically...
Yeah, in a windowsill in the UK, you'd probably be okay with that dragon thing. Particularly sunny day might be a problem. Anything kept on a windowsill on a particularly sunny day is going to start to fade and not look great anyway.
My conservatory gets very hot.
Yeah. There's one problem with...
Poop! I keep going over the edge. The edge is going to... The edge is going to start creeping down.
You were wrapping presents and your cat got sellotape on the whiskers.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear. Had to cut them.
Oh, poor little thing. They will interfere, though. Sorry, help, won't they?
Oh, they're definitely trying to help. Hey, Thornius.
Hey, Thornius.
Yeah, problem with the dragon thing, that is what they call print in place, as in it printed all in one piece with all the joints, printed all together. which is
What,
something
you don't
unique
have
to
to
3D
clip
printing.
it all together?
Yeah. Which is great, but then if anything does start to slightly melt, it can then mean that the joints won't move properly anymore.
Yeah, they're kind of fused together. Yeah. Is it time for another look at Discord yet? Is there anything new in Discord?
We'll have a look. Oh yeah, there's a couple of things.
Shall I do a shared peek then? I get wild shower gel, which is brilliant. Oh, they do the deodorant as well, don't they? Ah, yeah. Oh. Yeah, because actually, windowsills are somewhere you do tend to display things sometimes, aren't they? Right, I'm doing a Discord peek. And now I need to... Oh, look! Hang on, I've missed stuff here. Oh, so there's the picture of the dragon all folded up inside the egg. Oh, I want one of those. I might have to have a look at AliExpress again.
It's a shame you don't know someone with a 3D printer.
Yeah. The box was a puzzle, but the puzzle wasn't good quality. Oh, the advent calendar, but right. Yeah. Oh, what a lovely gift for someone. That's so thoughtful. I would really enjoy that. A Muse kit for free with it. Oh, wow. That would be amazing. Barbara, nobody knows what I'm talking about because this is in the Discord now that I'm reading this comment. That'd be incredible.
You can see Discord on your screen.
Oh, yes, of course I can. Yeah. That's why I'm looking at it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. Port Mary and Pots are from charity shops. There's not a new charity shop, but a new to me charity shop near the place where I'm staying. I've got to go and check it out tomorrow. It looks really cool. Got some really nice things and quite cheap prices.
Apparently Thornis keeps accidentally buying shower gels and face washes with menthol in them and then getting scared by the minty freshness. Yeah.
Really? Oh.
It can be a surprise, depending on where it's applied.
Yeah, that's a delicate way to put it.
If you're not expecting it.
Yeah. It's tingly.
Yeah.
It is a nice smell. It's what your brother's been using, so it's quite a nice smell in the morning, that sort of...
Yeah.
I think it's like tea tree and mint or something. Oh, God, I haven't got a steady hand that I used to have at all. How frustrating.
Yeah.
I want this to look as if I've just dipped
coffee.
it. I definitely don't need more coffee. That won't help at all. If I hold it fairly far away, close one eye, slightly squint the other and look sideways, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, if I just turn off the stream, it looks fine.
Now, how's the poll going? 70% concentric. I think I might have to go with concentric then. And if I decide in the end I don't like it, I can always paint over it. It's just acrylic paint.
What's the point of a sequin without a hole?
Well, you can do shisha work with it.
Yeah. They can be useful in people who do like scratch build little models and so on.
Yes.
Because they add texture.
Also in miniatures. That could be quite handy too.
Yeah.
I sometimes have wished for a bead to use in a miniature. I know it's not the same as a sequin, but kind of the same idea in a way. For a bead that doesn't have a hole in. Because I don't want the hole. Yeah.
No hole, it's not a sequin. Interesting thought. Yes.
What would it be called though? A disc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is taking some concentration. We have today, I'm just wondering whether to give a sneaky peek. You know the thing I showed you earlier, Tom?
No.
Just before we went live, I showed you. And you went, oh, that's creepy. And I went, oh, no, it's not. It's adorable.
The creepy thing.
It's not creepy. It's adorable.
It's quite creepy, guys.
I could give.
It's amazing, but it's quite creepy.
I've done a video which will be going out tomorrow anyway, but I could give our live viewers a sneaky peek, couldn't I? I think they would love to see it.
I think they would, yeah.
Would you love to see a sneaky peek of a new project? I just got. Yes, I think I'm going to do it. So. We've a few of us in Discord, so there's 10 of us. We kept it to just a small group, and we kept it to people in the UK for now because of the cost of postage. But it is something that people who are in the States or anywhere else, if they fancy doing it, could definitely set up their own little group and do. So we're calling the project. This is B. I don't think B's here today. She is sometimes. B. Henderson, some of you will know. We were sort of brainstorming one day and came up with this idea between us, really. We're calling this project Pass the Box. And the idea is, and it came out of after we'd done like giveaways where we sent little boxes of fabric scraps out to people. I think that's where the idea kind of came from. And we said it'd be nice to keep it going and send the box. You know, so you send it to one person and they do something else and then they send it on again and you just keep it going. Yeah. So we thought it would be nice to make a specific project, and in the end we decided on dolls. So we thought we'd make these little dolls. So B was going to send to me first and put it in a box with some lovely pieces of fabric and trims and things like that, things that you thought would inspire the next person you're sending to. And then you make a doll and send it and refill the box and send it on to them. Am I making sense at all? Probably not.
No, I know what you're talking about.
So B will make this little doll, put it in a box with some scraps of fabric and trims, send it to me. I get to keep that doll, and then I make a doll for the next person, who in my case is Gabby, who again, some of you will know. And I use some of the pieces that B put in the box, and I top up the box with some pieces from my own stash and send it on to Gabby with her doll. And so on and so forth. And the last person in the list in turn makes a doll that goes back to B. So it's come full circle, and all 10 of us will end up with a little keepsake doll. And have a lot of fun with it along the way. So I've been waiting for the box from B to arrive, and when I got back this morning, there it was. Would you like to see a sneaky peek at the most amazing doll that B sent me?
No, it looks like I don't want to see it.
Poll, yes or no? Actually, it's now at 67% for concentric. Yes! Okay, one person is enough for me. The mind did wander. Yes. Jackie. Tusk. Yes, there's a lot of yeses there. Okay, I was blown away by this. Honestly, I'm just making sure there's no paint anywhere. I've washed out my brush. Okay. She's very, very exciting.
Another thing Menthol does is help to sell products because it's a thing that people can recognise.
Yes, nobody knows what it is. He used to sell fags, menthol fags. People somehow convinced themselves they were healthier than the normal kind, I think.
It's cigarettes
or didn't smell so bad.
Any Americans in.
Yeah. Okay, right. Are you ready? Drum roll, please, Tom. Oh, you can't do it. I have to do it.
I can. I can do a drum roll.
That's not a drum roll.
I know. It's the best I can do.
Hang on. Look at her. How amazing is she?
Definitely not at all creepy.
I'll the video will go out tomorrow anyway, so you can see all the other bits and pieces that Sue put in the box. But this is like, look at her. Everybody, you always have to look up the skirts. It's the first thing every little girl does when they get a new doll. Every little girl does it. I'm sure it wasn't just me. But
sure.
look. I mean, the button eyes, the beautiful hair. She's called Hippie Chick. Look at the laces on her little boots. her little button joints, and it's a crocheted hippie chick bag with little fringes, a little twisted cord thingy. And look at this, she's got her own little art journal, look, and it opens and it's got little stenciled art journal-y pages in it like a real one. Oops. How cute is that? And why have I got no fingers? Okay. Isn't that amazing?
The amazing thing is you've managed not to get blue paint all over it yet.
I know.
Yet.
Don't say that. It's not even funny.
It's a bit funny.
So, yeah, I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with her. And B also put in the, as well as the fabric and trims and things, the little cardboard template to make. Well, we don't know. We've always said that we don't have to. Some people want to make a slightly bigger doll. Some people will want to make a different shaped doll. They can make up their own pattern, but I'm just going to use B's pattern because that make it easy. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah. So I've now got to make a doll for Gabby, which I'm half excited about, but half a bit trepidatious because Gabby is such an amazing doll maker. So it's a bit. But yeah. Yeah,
Gabby's definitely going to judge you.
Yeah, no. Gabby will be lovely, whatever I send her. I know she will, but.
She'll pretend to be happy with any old garbage you send.
Yeah. She's done some amazing dolls, Gabby. She really has. Well, one of them she gave away in the last big live stream, didn't she?
Yeah.
The Arty Farty Party. And I think she's going to do us an angel for Christmas. I know she's really busy though, so I don't want to hold her to it if she doesn't have time.
It's a legally binding contract.
But yeah. So I've already got a few ideas mulling around, and the little fabrics and things that B put in the box have maybe already slightly changed kind of where my head was going. I hadn't let myself think about it too much because I had thought I'll wait and see what B puts in the box. But I've got a couple of ideas. Like I quite fancy adding rabbit ears to my doll. It won't be a rabbit, but she would just have rabbit ears.
Of course.
Obviously.
Exactly, Kerry. Instead of a chain letter, it's a chain doll.
Yeah. Well, we thought when we were thinking up the idea, initially we weren't thinking dolls. We were just thinking about somehow passing this box on, because we, all of us to do these kind of hobbies. We've got a huge stash of fabric scraps and things like that, haven't we? And it'd just be quite a fun thing to do.
Do you guys all have a lot of fabric and stuff?
Yes, funny enough. Yeah, some of us. Yeah, a bit. I know we thought, well, it'd be fun to actually do some kind of little project. And I think we thought of some little things like, you could just make, a little hanging heart decoration or I don't know. Well, we thought of various different options. You could make little scrolls like that one that I just showed of Maggie's and do that. But then one or other of us came up with the idea of doing a doll, and I thought, because I do love making little dolls. And little dolls like that don't take a massive amount of time to do either, It's not too... It's quite a simple construction.
Sure.
And I think the thing about dolls is that, like, if they're wonky and that, it just makes them more charming. So it's not got to be perfect, which I like. Yeah.
Good night, Sally, and see you, Thornies.
Good night, Sally.
TV on your lovely big new free TV.
Yes, you're enjoying your shiny new free TV, Thornius. Thanks for popping in. Hey, Kelly.
And Snobby, yes, you missed all the fun. Stephen Fry showed up in her room, had a chat for a while, and then left.
Snoppy,
everyone in chat got to talk to him, and you missed it.
Snoppy, did you see the doll? Because Snoppy is one of the people in the group that is doing this project. Did you see my pass the box doll just now? I gave a sneaky peek. Do you want to see it? Shall I get her out again?
Indeed.
Hang on. So this is the first one. This is the kick-off one that B has sent to me, so now I've got to make for Maggie. Seeing as Snoppy is one of the people who's making. How thoroughly gorgeous is she? Little crocheted bag. I wish I put the book in crooked. Little crocheted shoulder bag with a hippie chick art journal that actually opens. Isn't she amazing? Yeah. And B did put the pattern in as well, so we can choose to use that or not. Doesn't really matter. I think some people have said they would rather do it bigger, work bigger. I quite like working tiny, so I'm going to stick with that pattern. But
well, I mean, if you want any bigger than that, it would be bigger than you.
I can't remember now who won that doll from Gabby last week.
Yeah, that's a good question. Somebody.
It's gone out of my head now. But I did see a picture of her just before she sent her off. I just thought, that is going to be so amazing.
Hi, Nicole.
Hey, Nicole.
Being awake at 1 a.m. It's late. Or early, depending how you look at it.
Insomnia can be a good thing.
Yeah.
It's funny, I think there seem to be a lot of insomniacs in ours, particularly in the Discord group.
Yeah.
I've always been like that. You've always been like that as well. You know,
true.
Tend to be night owls, don't we?
It's all your fault. Holding you personally responsible.
But your brother isn't like it. He goes off to bed at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Poop!
What'd you do that for?
I don't know, because my hand shook at the last minute. This is really tricky. I have got shaky hand syndrome these days. I used to have such steady hands and such good eyesight. Speaking of which, I did make my Specsavers appointment for tomorrow. I mustn't forget to go to that. Nice. Well, I thought while I'm near to the city, it's easier for me to get there. So
someone was suggesting earlier that you use a turntable like they use for decorating cakes.
Do you know, that very thought was just going through my head. That's what I could do with. They suggest in the instructions for this, when you're actually making it, they suggest working on a piece of paper so you can turn it round easy.
Yeah.
It did occur to me that it would have been a nice addition to the box if they'd have put just a small piece of even one of those non-stick crafting mats, because they're cheap enough, aren't they? Yeah, it wouldn't have
been too expensive to put a little piece of one of those.
Yeah, just a piece of that, because you can buy them as like oven liners, kind of a bit cheaper if you buy them that way rather than as a craft mat. And that way you could leave it on there to dry as well. Because when you do it on the paper, it kind of works, but the paper starts to absorb the moisture and then becomes a bit fragile, well, I found anyway. I'm going to have loads of the paint left.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad it's a colour I like. I still going to have to go back and do my bottom later. And probably another coat. I might even find that I bring out some white paint and do white splatters as well. So I think the general thing, well, concentric is only just winning now. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave that alone for a bit. It looks quite nice like that, doesn't it? Tom?
Yeah, that distance is fine.
I feel like I want the heart in the centre to be blue as well, but I'm not sure how much I can trust my...
Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as difficult as you would think, because the heart isn't... Because it's kind of separate from there's a definite line between it and the base.
You could mask it.
What, with masking fluid or something?
Or masking tape.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, once this is all dry, if I make myself stop doing this titivating and leave it alone till it's dry so I can't smudge it, then I probably could. Oops, still tacky.
Yeah, Kel, no, I don't believe they are selling these dolls. They're trading dolls with each other and doing it in a chain.
It's this project called Pass. We're calling it Pass the Box. Okay, it's so we're sending this is the little box I got from B. It's just a little, I can't hold it up because it's just a little box. It could be any box really. And we're putting in some scraps of fabric and trims, and we're making a doll and sending it on to the next person. So B has sent that to me. She's kicked things off, and I'm now going to make a doll and top up that. And I'll use some of the scraps that B's put in. I'll top up with some more scraps from my own stash and send the box on again. So I'm sending on to Gabby. I think Gabby is sending to Susie Q, if I remember right. I can't remember the whole list now. There's 10 of us. We just thought keep it to a small group. It's all people we know in their Discord, and it's all people in the UK, because once you start sending big boxes overseas, it gets a bit more expensive. Yeah. And also, when you've put so much work into something like that, you don't want it going astray. So you end up wanting it to be tracked, and that gets really expensive then. So, but I mean, if anybody watching fancies doing something like that and they're not in this country, you could easily, I'm sure you could find other people who'd be interested in doing it, either in Discord or in the Facebook group. Yeah. And I'm happy to do whatever to help connect people. If
we can set up a room in Discord for you.
Yeah.
Participants.
I'm sure. If people are interested in doing it, we can help to make that happen. I don't think it'd be really fun, and I don't think it would have to be dolls. You could just say we'll make a hanging decoration, or we'll make a stitched scroll, or whatever else you could think of, little stitch things. It'd be really fun.
Carol just wants to see you struggle to make straight tape bendy.
Yeah, well, I might go to this washi tape, which is quite narrow. It would bend a bit easier. Yeah,
this is no help to you, but I've got some bendy
flexible
masking tape.
I was going to say, somewhere I thought I had some flexible masking tape, but I haven't got it here handy on my desk, which makes me wonder if I've just run out of it. I think I'm going to take this off now and do the peel reveal, hopefully.
Ooh, has it?
Oh, has it. Oh. No, it's not perfect.
It's okay.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
See that trick with using some kind of clear stuff?
That's awful, isn't it?
Do a stripe of another colour there.
Yeah.
To cover up the join.
Maybe the black.
Yeah.
But that means I'll have to wait till this is absolutely thoroughly dry, because otherwise I'll just peel it off again, won't I, if I mask it?
Yeah. Yeah. Or just get a nice fine brush and do a neat line by hand.
So
it could work.
Right, I'm going to go with concentric because that just about won.
Oh, Sylvia would like the pattern for the doll on Discord.
Yeah, I'm sure we could do that, Sylvia. I'll scan it, because what I had said to B was, well, if you send me that, she said she'll like rough out the pattern. I said, well, if you send it to me, I'll tidy it up in Inkscape and then post it on to the next person. But what she did was make it, let me show you. She made a lovely one of those folded fabric butterflies as well. So here's the little pattern. So she's just done it on like an Amazon packaging. Really simple. But I could just like draw around these and then scan it, couldn't I? And put that on Discord really easily. Yeah, so I'll do that. But I mean, you can find little patterns like this, all over the internet, and you can certainly buy them on Etsy. But I think I will just use the one that Bee's helpfully provided. And what I love is the way she's done it so that the head is like sitting forward, so it gives it like that little chin and that slight sort of, see what I mean? That position, it's not just put flat. Yeah. It's not just flat on the. It's attached to the front of the neck so that it gives it that shape. I really like that. But very simple. The jointing of the arms is very simple because you're just stitched right through with the buttons there. And the legs are just attached flat like that. I like that she's like laced them up so it looks like boots. I might try and make it some little boots of mine. I'm starting to get an idea in my head now. The fabric she sent was gorgeous as well. It's a really nice idea. So if we do another round, because you're in the UK, aren't you, Sylvia? If we do another round, you'd be welcome to join in. Could you do a wiggly line in gold to hide? A touch of gold would be lovely. I have got some gold, some suitable gold paint. That is a good idea. I think a touch of gold would be beautiful. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try concentric. Do you think I should draw this on in pencil first? Probably. Or is that going to show through? It shouldn't show through. Not through acrylic paint, should it?
Yeah, as long as you're accurate with your painting.
I've done it now, so... I mean, I just shaped the clay freehand for the heart, which is why it's a bit wonky. Okay. Gone quiet again.
Yeah. Don't mess it up. Yeah, gold foil. Interesting.
Oh, yes, I've got gold foil. I could gold foil it.
You could.
I've also got copper foil, or not copper, rose gold. That'd look quite pretty with that blue, wouldn't it? And black. Yes. Yeah, I'll do that, but I need to wait for this to completely dry. And it might be quite nice to do a gold edge on some of this as well to pick up that texture.
Some gold rub and buff.
And maybe there as well. I have got some lovely gold gilt cream as well, like an antique gold kind of gilt cream that you rub and buff basically, although they don't call it that. I don't know why I bothered drawing this first.
Like 1,000 years ago.
Yes, and it's just still going on and it still smells lovely. I love the smell of it.
Yeah.
Of course, these hearts are deliberately wonky, everybody.
It's deliberate, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Buff.
Black in the middle or blue in the middle? I'm going to go blue, I think. Black around the outside. Yeah. Buff. Deb. The word etched into my brain. Kintsugi. What is that? Is that the visible mending thing
with gold?
Yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's something I've been wanting to have a go at. So I think if I'd have thought of it in time, I might have tried to fake up that kind of effect with this somehow. I still could. I could just deliberately break it, couldn't I? I might yet.
I mean, you could.
I might
break it and then call it deliberate.
I might yet get it into my head to break it deliberately and do a beautiful golden mend.
Yeah.
One thing, I can do kind of not too thinky things when we're streaming like this, but I'm not very good at getting creative and totally making it up as I go along. When we're live,
yeah.
I just find it quite difficult. I don't know how people do it.
The thing about thinking is it's very easy.
Hey, Liz. Oh, thank you, Liz. There's still time for me to ruin it yet. I was saying earlier on, if I squint one eye and shut the other and hold it at an angle quite far away, it looks really good. phew. You know when you're doing something fiddly like this and you suddenly realise you haven't breathed for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I know, it's going to need a second coat, but that's not bad. And look how much of that paint is like I've barely gone into it.
It's impressive, isn't it? Coverage is quite... I mean, it's about the best possible surface to cover something
I guess
sort of pure white, but...
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's quite
it is a bit absorbent.
So yeah. I thought it might be like painting a newly plastered wall, which sucks up like several coats of paint, doesn't it?
Yeah, the fact that you're able to wipe some of it off earlier means it's less
Can't be
absorbent
totally.
than it looks.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a slight... when you put water on and smooth it over, there's a slight, I don't know how to describe it, viscosity to the surface, which made me feel like, is there some kind of PVA in this stuff? It's not just clay. There's something in, which might explain why it's not totally absorbent. It's got like a smoothness to it now that, I don't know. Yeah. Definitely love the idea of the gold touches. I think gold with this blue that they're calling cool grey and black would be really nice. I can't believe how much time has gone already.
Oh, hi, Beth.
Danny Dan says it looks perfect from a galloping horse. Yeah. Hey, Beth. Been working and stressed out over Google Men. Oh, thank you. Don't speak too soon, though. Yeah, the tongue out, and I find myself doing this. For some reason, I go.
That's a good look.
I know. I think it's the breathing thing.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to see if I can do that. I can't do the black splatter now because I suppose I could. I need to cover that in order to do the black splatter. Let's see if I can do this concentric black thing. And I'm just thinking, actually, on this one, gold splatters, I could splatter the gold. I just need to check out what gold paint, or I've got paint and foil and like buffing cream.
All kinds of
all different options of... And in fact, gold... some of the gold metallic markers are really good and will work on ceramics as well. So that might be an easier, more controllable option. But definitely some gold is going to go in there. Why can't I get this off? The other one came off, no problem.
Is it because you're old and weak?
No, it's because you're a very rude young man.
I like the way you just stopped yourself from saying what you wanted to say.
No, that's not even true. That's not even true this time. Look, see, now I don't know what to do with this.
Just put it on the nice white bit of that bowl you painted.
Put it
first.
nowhere near that beautiful doll. I'm going to have to put it there, which I'm going to regret later. But well, now I'm going to have black fingernails for a while, which is going to be annoying. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice brush, nice paints.
Oh yes, is the doll hand sewn or machine?
I think it looks hand sewn to me. I can't dare touch it now. Even the limbs, to me, it looks like they were probably hand. I'm not sure, but yeah, mine's going to be hand sewn. I think because it's so small, it's not going to be a huge deal. I did treat myself to a set of those Turner inner outers. That was why we were out shopping in Norwich with Karen, wasn't it? I got those.
Yeah.
There's long tube things that you can use to turn the skinny limbs of dolls the right way out.
Yeah, big straws.
Yeah, I mean, I could have used... Oh, that's a bit disappointing. You know how I said that one I've barely dipped into it? I keep dipping in here and not going anywhere. It's not going to show, is it? You can see the paint is nowhere near... It's right down there. Oh,
and
now
across the blue one, there's a big bubble halfway, and it's actually almost empty as well.
I mean, they feel really heavy, so... And because it's black, I can't really see in there very well. It's like the black hole of Calcutta, as they say.
Yeah, Nicole has a hilarious son as well, by the sound of it.
Oh dear, have you got one of those too?
Called Tom.
Maybe we named them. Maybe it's the name, Nicole.
Yeah. Most people called Tom are hilarious and very clever and handsome.
Tom would have been called Theodore if I'd had my way. I couldn't get his father to agree to it, so Tom it was.
Yeah.
I think Theo would have suited you.
Maybe.
It would have been more unusual. There were like, I don't know, like 4 other Toms in your year at school, weren't there?
There were quite a few, yeah. So I had to stand out by being so intelligent and funny.
Really annoying.
Yeah, really annoying. That's a better word for it.
How do I stop the poll? Because I might as well stop it now. Oops. There's probably a thingy there. End poll.
Well, looks like concentric might have possibly won.
Yeah.
Which is lucky, given that you're doing concentric.
Yeah.
You
Well,
could do both.
yeah, I could have divided it in half, done concentric and split them, couldn't I?
Well, Beth has missed most of the stream, doesn't know what doll we're talking about.
Oh, hang on. As soon as I finish this load of paint, Beth, I will show you, because this
paint all over your hands.
this doll is incredible. And I didn't make it myself. I'm not bigging myself up there. It's for a project which we're calling Pass the Box, which 10 of us that know each other quite well in Discord have started up. It was the brainchild of myself and B. Henderson. Can't remember who thought of which idea now. But we're filling a little box with just little, not filling a box really. It's just some scraps of fabric and trims. We're making a little doll, and we're putting them all in a box and sending them to the first person. So B has made the doll and sent to me to kick things off, and then in turn I will use some of the scraps that B has sent and some scraps from my stash and make a doll for the next person in the list, which happens to be Gabby. And I'll send it on to her. So I get to keep the doll that B made, and Gabby will get to keep the doll that I made. She can use the scraps that I send to her to make another doll for the next person, who I think is Susie Q, but I'm not sure. Then she'll top up the box with more scraps from her stash, send it on to Susie Q, and so on, until it gets to the last person, who will make a doll for B to bring it full circle. So in the end, all 10 of us will have a little keepsake doll.
How lovely.
Yeah, it's just really fun, and I like making little dolls. Not something I don't do often enough. I'm a little bit nervous about making one for Gabby because she is such a brilliant doll maker.
Carol and Sue are trying to warn you to watch the Black Thumb.
Oh, I think it's dry black. Just using up this last bit now. I know I said that just now, but this has gone all crooked, and I'm now
it's rustic.
Thinking I'm going to make it really, really crooked on purpose.
Yes, that's the thing. If you just say that it's on purpose, who can tell that it's a lie?
Exactly. Oh, I'm quite pleased I went for concentric on this one because it was quite fun. Tell you what, very impressed with these. But I have had Royal and Langnickel paints before. I think I've had their brushes a lot. And they're really nice.
Yeah, Nicole, that's what I thought they would be doing at first, where they're each adding a part to the thing and passing it on.
Yeah, we're
like
adding...
the drawing thing that was mentioned earlier.
Drawing thing?
Yeah, where, you draw a bit of the thing, fold the paper over, and the next person does a part of the drawing. And
that would be fun as well.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we should look into that, because there's a few of us who aren't into sewing and stuff but are into art.
Yeah.
Who mentioned that? Because I was going to say Kerry might be up for that idea. Or was it her that mentioned it
first?
I mean, I'd be up for joining in with that too, if somebody wanted to kick that off, definitely.
Yeah. Much easier to post worldwide as well.
And that could be something that could easily be worldwide, couldn't it? Because it's flat.
Oh, it was Nicole who brought it up first, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we could easily organise something like that through the Facebook group and Discord community, couldn't we? Definitely. Right, so let me just make sure there's nothing. No, it's all dry. This is this beautiful doll that Bea sent me. I'm going to pick her up in the tissue, I think, because just in case. Look at her. She's called Hippie Chick. And that little crocheted shoulder bag, look, has got a little art journal that says Hippie Chick Journal, which has actually got pages in it, like stenciled pages, like a real art journal. I'm a bit afraid to touch her just in case there's any loose paint. How gorgeous. And Bee's put the pattern in as well, so I will pass that on to the next person as well. But I'll scan it. I promised Sylvia I'd scan it and put it in the Discord. I think it's, there's just no end of cute little dolls you could do, little personalities you could do. I fancy doing a Wednesday one. That's one idea that came to me.
Hi, other Jackie and Elizabeth.
Hi, other Jackie.
Don't worry, you're not late. You are exactly on time. I mean, we're not going to be going for a vast amount longer, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful doll. And, those kind of dolls, that kind of construction is so nice and simple to do. I mean, really... I was going to say anybody could have a go at it. Obviously not if you hate sewing, but I mean...
Yeah, if you hate sewing, doing a sewing thing would be a bad idea.
But I think they're like the doll equivalent of slow stitching. So, like slow stitching, it doesn't have to be perfect embroidery.
Yeah.
They can be quite rustic. And we sort of talked about within the little group of us that are doing it, we talked about preferences. Like some people like really girly ones, some people definitely don't like girly ones, some people prefer more rustic. I'm quite happy with whatever. Yeah,
we should definitely try the drawing thing, because that'll be easier to...
That would be really fun, wouldn't
post.
it? So it's a bit like Consequences, in a way. So how does it work with the folding over?
Yes, that's what Jackie was saying, called Consequences.
So do you actually see the picture that you're adding to?
No, I believe the idea is that you don't see what you're adding to, because it's more fun. Like you'd have to have, I suppose, a little bit that would join on.
Yes.
Not folded over, and then... I'd
be interested to see how... Has anybody done it that I can look up how it works and everything? I'd be interested to see about that.
Yeah.
Can't get over how well this paint is covering black over white, It's a really dense black paint. It's lovely. I think probably I'm going to end up... I feel like it's going to want some black around the edge, but I'm not quite sure how that's going to go yet, or where that's going to go. I could even do black there. I want to bring the gold in now. Someone said about the gold. I'm really fixated on the gold idea.
You've got to do the gold.
Yeah. Oh.
There's plenty of sites and videos and things showing.
So if I look up, what would I look up? Like...
Consequences,
art consequences or something.
Links.
Thank you. Yeah. Maybe could you put one or two of those links in the live stream follow along or something, in case anybody's up for for
What I'll
starting
do is
something off?
I'll link to the Google search results.
So presumably, whoever gets is last in the chain. At some point, somebody must reveal all of the work and what it looks like as a whole. Otherwise,
Presumably, yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't work. There would be no point, would there?
Yeah, it would just be really disappointing.
Yeah.
Everyone draws a tiny section of a thing and then just throws it away.
And then just hides
Done.
it and sends a blank piece of paper to, yeah. I have watched some of those things where big sort of YouTube artists work on one painting and each do a little section of it. It must be really daunting to get somebody to send you a painting that they've started and then you add your bit to it. That would terrify me. I think some of them are quite
nudes in chat. Dirty.
So do you
keep talking about filth? We'll summon Zoe.
We're not talking about food this time, although it's not too late. I suppose so. With this consequences thing, you could give it a theme like nudes or food or whatever, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could.
It's like a story, wasn't it? What are they talking about? We could do a pattern, you see, Deb. We could, like that. I'm going to scan the pattern, basic body pattern pieces that B has sent. But we could easily make little straightforward patterns for the clothes as well, so that you could follow that if you wanted, and then just say use the patterns or do your own thing if you like. Yeah. I think I quite like the idea of like Bee's crocheted the little bag. I like the idea of like knitting a tiny jumper or whatever, or yeah. I just like I always like tiny things. Small things are always the best. Look, I'm going to be going about with filthy looking nails now.
Yes, you're going to be judged.
Consequences is like a story,
to consequences.
How do we used to do consequences? They used to be like a format. It was like you said where you were going, who you were going with, or whatever, wasn't it? I can't remember how it worked. Tom, don't you dare! What's he doing? What's he threatening?
Probably because you said something about small things.
Yes, it's just I walked into that, didn't I?
Well, you walked right under it. Oh, sorry, what was that?
Yeah, no.
I see.
See, I think I'm just wondering about one of. I might have to dig out my gold marker, maybe. I don't know. I do love using. I think foiling is such a satisfying thing to do. I've got some of those gold flakes as well. I mean, I could even try doing when I put the second coat on this. I reckon that at the stage it's at now, it's slightly tacky. Probably would pick up foil or gilding flakes, and that could look really pretty.
Mm.
Oh, my stomach's rumbling. Did I remember to eat?
Probably not. No.
Yes, I did. I had tuna on toast. Tuna mayo with gherkins. It's lovely. Remember, you want to... Oh, yes, that's true. I do need to see where my beads are. That's a good point. It needs to be practical.
Mm.
This one does, anyway. This one can be a bit more...
Yeah.
Surprising how heavy these still are. I thought it would go really light once they were dried out, but... So the cold, damp weather here at the moment is not helping drying things out.
No.
I feel like this one, where I would like to introduce the gold on this one, is just a little rim of it all the way around there, which I could do by painting that with PVA, let it go tacky, and then just press the gold foil onto it. Or getting a gold marker and running that around. That could look really cute. This I can't decide now. I feel like now it needs a bit more blue around the outside.
Yes. Hey, Linda.
Where's Linda? I can't see it. Oh, well, hi, Linda.
Yeah, we're not going for much longer,
Nice to see you,
unfortunately.
yeah.
But
Yeah, we've got about 10 minutes, haven't we? And we need to wind up. And I've got to a point where I can't do anything now because I'm waiting for everything to dry.
yeah.
My
Why don't you
stomach's
touch that
rumbling
big
like
blue bit?
I...
I'm sure it's dry already.
See, no, maybe do it. And I've got black on my fingers. No, it's definitely tacky.
What an idiot.
I wish I could... I think it's definitely going to be easier to put a stripe or something down there.
Yeah.
But I've still got to do it with a steady hand. Maybe you could just do that for me, Tom.
I would, but I don't want to. The thing about drawing a straight line is it's very easy.
I could try dotting with it.
You even annoyed at me when I was just cutting freehand along lines.
Yeah, it is annoying. Because I can't do any of that stuff anymore. I used to be able to. I used to have a much steadier hand and much better eyes. Thank you, Liz. Yeah. Blue on the knobbly bits, then a touch of gold in the indent. Yeah. Although, I think it would be easier to put the touch of gold not on the indent, but on the raised bits, because it's going to pick up easier. Maybe I could then. I could carry on and do blue around this, just around this rim, couldn't I? And then...
Yeah. Sort out the rim.
And if that doesn't work out right, I can carry it down there. Yeah, if I can't, if it doesn't look right, just doing that very top bit, I could continue it down a little bit, and I could continue it down there a little bit. Just it needs something of the blue, I think, on the outside. I mean, I could also just do it around the outside like I have with that one. I don't know.
You could just do some fingerprints all over it.
Oh, yeah. No, I think I tried that already, if you remember.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Hey,
Okay, I'm just
Alison.
going to go for it.
It's okay,
Hey,
we forgive you for
Alison.
being late. Just this once.
Yeah, you're excused. I know you have kiddies to pick up. It's very difficult to find. There is no perfect time for everybody, is there?
No, unfortunately not.
And then, like I said before, I just went for the time that suited me.
Yeah.
Selfish.
Well, I mean, you are the one doing the stream, so you've got to be available.
It does have to work for me, that's true.
You're the
Otherwise,
only person who
it's not going to
has to
happen,
be
is
there.
it? Yeah, that's true. So what's everybody else at... John was getting our advent calendar out today. What does everybody else do? Do you do advent calendars? Do you have refillable ones? Have you got stitched ones? Or we have one that I made out of recycled coffee pod containers.
You'd never know it was recycled
Coffee pod boxes, yeah.
packaging, would you?
No, I'm quite happy with it. We've used it year after year now for several years. And it says lots of little drawers, which were an origami folded box. So they make all the little drawers that go inside, and each of the drawers we put a little chocolate, and John writes a whole load of dad jokes to go in there.
Yeah.
Or sometimes interesting facts or puzzles.
Oh, which frustrate you
It
because
was
you don't get
logic
them.
puzzles last time, which you kept getting really easy and I couldn't. Yeah.
I got punched so many times.
Yeah, for being
being
a
able to
smart
work out
ass.
a basic puzzle.
Yeah.
I won't repeat what she called me because it's very rude.
Well, the only trouble with this is there's no obvious line. So I think I might have to take it inside here.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I'm going to finish doing this line first and then I'll see. While I was shaping it, I wasn't really thinking about how I was going to have to paint it. Otherwise, I'd have made a more definite line to follow.
Yeah. You'd have to do the advent calendar Tori's just done.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Did I see that? Have I seen that?
It's very confusing having two people with the same name in chat right next to each other there as well.
Yeah. And both Liz's are do leave lots of comments and things, so I know them. I know them both. Yeah.
And yes, one of them would like to see the advent calendar.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll show it. If you're here next Wednesday, I'll bring it up and show you, because we'll probably have got it filled ready by then.
Yeah, you don't tend to have it.
Yeah, John's got it downstairs, but he hasn't put all the drawers in yet. He's left them all out ready to fill.
Yeah.
So it would take me ages to go down there, put all the drawers in. They're all numbered. I stuck kind of old like buttons on the front with numbers on.
Apparently Tories was at the weekend wooden from the works for about 14 quid.
Oh, right, yes. I've got one of them. I use it. Well, I think that's what it's meant for, but I use it to keep all my various little things like cogs and book rings and things like that go in there. Yeah, but I think that is meant, I can see it from here, that's meant to be a advent calendar. And I always thought I might paint it and make it look more colourful, but I never did. Just waiting for that to go. Just waiting for it to like ping onto my top, or
the doll.
No, the doll is out of harm's way.
Hopefully.
I'm definitely going to have to carry this line down because it's not going to work just being here. But I'm going to keep working along the top, and then I'll go back and do that after. Sorry for the noise. It sounds like a ticking clock. It's my cord for my headphones again.
Fun.
I heard it on the soundtrack the other day when I was editing. I thought, what on earth is that? That sounds like my granny's clock used to sound, and I don't have a clock in here. And that's what it was. But it was swinging against the door so kind of regularly that it sounded like a ticking clock.
Yeah.
Alison has an old felt handmade advent bought on holiday in York about 32 years ago. Wow, all 5 kids have used it and now I'm using it for the grand furlies. Oh, I like that. There's something so much more special and exciting about it than the sort of chocolate in a plastic tray and a cardboard sleeve type jobs, isn't it? You know, it's just really special.
Yeah.
Especially if someone's handmade it. Even if you're not handmade it yourself, the fact that it is handmade, just nicer. Plus, it's more environmentally friendly because you'll be using it every year.
Yeah, I mean, the advent calendars that have like chocolate and everything, they all, for safety reasons, have to have so much plastic.
Is it for safety reasons? I've always wondered what it is. Oh, right, just because of food hygiene
has
or whatever.
to be individually wrapped inside the things, and then it's just it's not great.
And also, I mean, a lot of kids can't have all those things, you know. So if you've got one of these refillable ones, you put your own little gifts in, you can pick something to suit, and you're not necessarily having to give kids sweets and stuff. So how many people have got advent calendars for their pets?
Yeah.
Or how many would consider doing advent calendars for their pets? I bet there are commercially made pet advent calendars. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Carol made one for a friend, apparently.
A doggy one? He did? Oh, blimey. Oh, Renee as well.
Yeah, see, if you'd made one for Archie, he'd have found it wherever you hid it and torn it apart.
Yeah, that's true, especially if it had any catnip in there. Oh, Grand Furlies. It was meant to be Grand Girlies. Well, I assumed that was some kind of take on, you know, kittens or something. Cats or dogs.
No, they're far less pleasant human children rather than cats and
fur
dogs.
Babies.
Yeah.
This looks like a right mess at the moment, but I'm sure I will get there. I'll probably still be doing this again next week.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Although, if all goes according to plan, it's a shame Zoe's not here, because if it all goes according to plan... Oh no, not all. We need to mention, actually, thinking about it, next week, we're not going to be streaming, are we?
No.
We're going to be away in Leeds, meeting up with a few more of our online friends who we haven't met before.
Yeah.
I think it's about half a dozen of us, isn't it? So yeah, we actually won't be. I don't think there's any way we can manage to stream from there, is there? Even a short.
We'll be too busy
impossible, wouldn't
anyway. Fairly fully packed schedule.
Yeah. But the following week, all being well, my activity could well be balls and danglers.
Now you're definitely trying to summon Zoe.
Yeah. That will definitely get Zoe. But yeah, I think that might be quite timely for Christmas, although it's not something that is necessarily Christmas, but it would fit in quite well for Christmas.
It does fit quite well, yeah.
Yeah. So by then I should have done my video about it, but I'll still need to make a few more. So that's probably what I'll be doing next time. But plans change.
Yes, they do.
Well, I still haven't managed to finish these, have I? But I've moved on a stride.
I mean, if you compare it to our Saturday lives, you've made a lot of progress.
Yeah.
It is the muffs all over again, yeah.
It will be the muffs all over again. Yeah. I did actually seriously try to think of another word to use for these particular things, which I won't.
Didn't try very hard.
Yeah, just go into too much detail now, but yeah, I genuinely can't think of a good word for them yet, but.
Yeah. Knobs and knockers. Don't know what you're talking about, Jackie.
Oh, Mrs.
Just perfectly sensible words, those. I don't find them funny at all.
No. Explain yourself. No, don't.
Parts. It's fine. Yeah, please do explain in detail.
My stomach thinks my throat's been cut. Seriously. I did have tuna on toast earlier on. I suppose it was only one bit of bread. I didn't have any breakfast.
Yeah.
I think while your brother's been about and we've been eating more, normally I've been off my diet, it's like I'm going to end up having to start all over again to get into good habits again.
Yeah.
Because I had got to a point where I wouldn't have been feeling hungry.
Yeah.
Mind you, I suppose to be fair, once upon a time I would have had 2 pieces of toast and the whole tin of tuna. So I am still eating half the amount I was.
I'm sure it is a perfectly normal shop, Jackie.
We had lovely fish and chips last night, didn't we?
We did, yeah. I got an extra sausage.
Yes.
And then I'm not being able to eat the sausage that I'd paid for.
Yeah. He went home with a sausage in his pocket.
That was a bit weird. Sausage wrapped in foil.
Yeah. I think this is a bit messy now. I don't know where to stop this line. It's tricky.
Oh, apparently you must have shown the doll again while this was answering the door.
Oh, no.
Missed it again.
I'm going to do a really quick peek. Just for Liz. I'm so pleased with her. And now I've got to come up with the goods for Gabby. Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yes, Jackie, it's always good to get an extra sausage. It was only a little one, but...
Yeah, you ended up only eating the one that you actually got free, didn't you? You took the big one home.
A big sausage.
I don't know why you're laughing. No, don't tell us.
It wasn't a Savoy, no. My sausage was battered.
Oh, I used to love a Savoy. That used to be a real treat when we were still kids and we lived in London. That used to be a real treat, an occasional treat. We never had fish and chips as such, but we did sometimes have Savoy and chips. But those Savoys were huge, and we would have had one between 2 of us.
Yeah.
Can you actually hear me dribbling?
Yeah, so.
Yeah. I used to love them. They have like a smoky flavour as well.
Never mind the size, it's the quality. A lot of people would be happy to hear you say that.
For me, when I was a kid, it definitely would have been about the size. I can remember one thing, a gross thing that I did once as a kid, was I found we wouldn't normally have been allowed to go into the fridge and help ourselves to stuff like kids are now. You know, wouldn't have been something you did, but I must have been hungry and I must have dared to risk it. For a long time we didn't even have a fridge, so that places me at about
1850s?
8 probably. And so old enough to know better, really.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was hungry, so I went in, and there were these like raw sausages in the fridge, and I ate one raw, and I thought it tasted lovely.
Yeah. You're
How
a bit
gross
weird.
is that? I used to also eat OXO cubes given half a chance.
Ugh.
Really salty. I mean, for a little kid to want to eat. Yeah. We were hungry a lot.
Yeah. You must be like that cat that was trapped in the shed when offered a sausage.
Yeah.
I see you, Jen. Glad you've enjoyed it.
Bye, Jen. Yeah, we've got to go now, haven't we? Yeah.
We have, yeah.
Yeah, nobody's drinking yet even. Well, I'm certainly not. Thanks for coming, everybody. Thanks for coming and joining us and making it all so fun. Because it wouldn't be any fun at all without you. Well, I'd still be enjoying myself sitting here talking to myself, I guess. But it's definitely better with all of you here. I've now got to finish up this brush load of paint before I can look away. So I can't bring myself to waste it. Right, okay, that'll do. Ooh, I need to come back in broad daylight and decide. I think I'm going to have to bring that line in to kind of there and finish it there. I think it's the only way I can do this tidily. And then brush the tops with gold in whichever way I decide to apply the gold. So that's what's going to happen there. I'll show you next time. Thanks ever so much, everybody, for coming. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
And we'll see you.
It's been a strange week, but this feels normal.
Well, it'll be a couple of weeks till we do another stream.
Yes, so we won't be here next week, so yeah. Oh. Bye, everybody. Oh.
Bye, guys.
Now I can remember how to do this without any help at all.
Of course you can.
Oh, lovely messages. Nicole's going back to sleep. Sleep well, Nicole. Bye, baby.
Yeah.
Bye, Jenny. Bye, Jan. Bye, Jackie. Bye, Alison. Right, let's do this. Let's remember how to do this.